Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back. In this video, we are doing an afternoon update for the NBA slate tonight. I also touch on PrizePicks, so let's get into it. Hit the like button if you enjoyed the video. Subscribe if you haven't already. We got some big piece of news. LeBron James is out for tonight's contest. He's also out for at least 1 week. That's going to make the other two Lakers stars look like great options on this 5-gamer. Joel Embiid, we just got word that he's listed questionable. So if he happens to sit, if we get that word in a couple of hours, you're going to be looking to get Andre Drummond into your lineup. The Sixers also have Furkan Korkmaz listed as questionable. So if he's out as well, it's going to be Georges Niang is going to be a great option. Thibault is going to be a great option. He's already a great play either way. Shake Milton will get a lot of more minutes because Isaiah Joe is also in the COVID protocol, so he's not going to be able to suit up tonight. So they're going to be super thin on bodies if they also are going to be without Joel Embiid today. So keep an eye on that. Philly news is going to be really important. Right now we got the Lakers news, so I'm going to start by plugging in Davis and Russell Westbrook here. Both are above 10K, but I really still like to get to both of them. It's a great spot against the Thunder here if I can. Westbrook's going up against his former team. No LeBron, which means Westbrook's going to have the ball in his hands a lot more, be able to facilitate. 2 games without LeBron that he played, he put up 64 and 60, and that one he had a quadruple double with 10 turnovers against the Thunder. So hopefully he doesn't turn the ball over 10 times, but still a great shot for him to get a triple-double today, just with how bad the Thunder's defense is. Giving up a ton of points, turning the ball over at a high clip as well. So hopefully Westbrook can capitalize on some of those steals. And Anthony Davis is 10-3. Just going to be a complete mismatch for him, for the Thunder trying to defend him in the front court. Favors plays a little bit. There's no way Favors is going to play 30 minutes. He plays in the teens in minutes. You'll see some minutes matched up for Davis against like Mike Muscala and Robinson Earl, who has no chance to slow down Davis. I think Westbrook and Davis are just great guys to plug into your lineups. Right now, we get some more news on the slate. You might just want to get to one of them, but right now, 3:30 o'clock or 3:30 Eastern time, I will be looking to get to both of them right now. And then another Laker player that I think you can go with is Malik Monk. He should start in place of LeBron. That's what they did the other 2 games. And even though his minutes have been down recently, that's with LeBron playing starter level minutes. Take LeBron out, they are probably going to get Wayne Ellington back, but he hasn't played yet, so he's going to be limited. Still expect Monk to play low 20s, potentially into the high 20s, low 30s in minutes. And he can be productive if he's given minutes. He's going to shoot a lot. Hopefully he can hit some shots. He hasn't been hitting a lot of his shots recently, but $3,200 is a great price tag, especially if he starts, which I think is a great sign that a great chance that he does. Plugging in some other guys that I like. We got word that there's no Daniel Tice for the Rockets today, which means KJ Martin, been wanting to play him a lot. We finally got word early enough that we can plug him in before the lock. I think he's going to get at least 20 minutes today, potentially closer to the 30 if they're without Eric Gordon as well. But without Tice, they started Sengun. They could do that again, but Sengun he didn't do great in the second half in terms of defense. He had some bad possessions late in the fourth, or in the midway point of the fourth. So I think they could start KJ Martin instead, just because the Suns, they play Crowder at the 4. It's not like they need Sengun and Wood out there, 2 7-footers. So that means I also think will benefit Christian Wood, just if he gets all the center minutes, doesn't have to deal with another big out there for his time. We already know Tice is out, so KJ Martin has been really productive in his time. He has shot the ball really well, so that might decrease, but if he's given good enough minutes, he should be productive enough at $3,600. So those are 4 people that I'm looking to get right into my lineup. If, like I mentioned, if there's no Embiid, plug in Drummond at 65. It would be very, very, very tough to pass up on. And then another value play that I'm looking at on tonight's slate is Frank Kaminsky. I don't know if we'll get the word DeAndre Ayton news before lock. Most likely we won't, but you might want to have a spot open. Right now we have KJ Martin. Maybe if they decide to start Sengun again, you can pivot to Kaminsky, or you can just go with Kaminsky in your utility spot or in your center spot and then go to DeAndre Jordan if DeAndre is in. But I think Kaminsky would be somebody that I want to leave a spot open for today. But still, right now, go with Cade Cunningham at the guard spot. $4,000 for a guy that probably could creep north of 30 minutes today. I know he's been bad, but I don't want to miss the game that he does be super productive. He was super popular last game, which is not surprising, but wasn't able to get the job done. Hopefully he has a good shooting day, because that's going to make or break his fantasy score. He can get you some rebounds and some assists, but if he's not making his shots, it's going to be tough against Philly. But Philly, if they're super thin, we could be looking at a pretty fast-paced type of game. Detroit might look to push the ball a little bit more, and the Sixers won't have the chance to just kind of slow it down, like throwing the ball to Embiid a lot in the post. And then going back to Christian Wood for now, they haven't ruled out Al Horford yet. I thought they would have already, so there's a chance Horford does play on this back-to-back, maybe because the Celtics, they're going up against Miami, they need Horford if they want to have any shot of winning. But if in that case, I'll just play Christian Wood at 88. The price tag is high, but if without Tice, I just like the spot for him. He's going to get more rebounding opportunities, playing a lot more center minutes, and if they decide to start like KJ Martin at the 4 and Wood at the 5, then Wood should get you north of like 12 to 15 rebounds and plays big time minutes in any sort of close game. And if Ayton is out, then you should be able to have fun against JaVale McGee if they start McGee again. Frank Kaminsky was good against Valanciunas in the second half, but I'll still take Wood, like given the defensive matchups there. So those are the updated cores for DraftKings for the afternoon. Let's go over to FanDuel, but I'll talk about PrizePicks first. So we got the board up and running for PrizePicks for today's slate. Christian Wood, I'll take the over on his projected points, 36 right now. I just think that with the minutes that he plays and not having Tice out there, so the only other big they have is Sengun, who might play a little bit, but if he starts with Christian Wood, Wood's going to get a lot of time without Sengun there when they try to split some of those minutes. But Wood should be able to get a double-double pretty easily. The matchup isn't the worst thing. Like, even if Ayton does play, he's still not known to be a great defender. So I think Wood can easily get over 36. Davis, 53.5. Expecting a monster game from Davis tonight. He should hopefully get north of 60, or has a good shot to, just with how bad the Thunder defense is and how bad they are in the front court. Davis should be able to eat on the glass. Probably be able to pile up some block shots today. And we know he's super aggressive without LeBron. So I expect Davis to do his thing tonight. And I'll take the over on Westbrook's points. It's 20.5 right now. He's been aggressive in the meetings without LeBron. He had like a 20-point game, and then he had a 30-plus point game. Can take a look at that. And he's going to play huge minutes today. And we know Westbrook's going to be able to drive at will against this Thunder team. He shot just 8 of 20 in the meeting. Did put up 20 points. Put up 33 the game before against the Spurs. That one did go into overtime. But we're going to be looking at close to like 37 minutes for Westbrook if this game is close. Without LeBron, I think he can easily get over the 20.5. Probably get closer to like 25-ish. So those are the PrizePicks props for today. Let's jump over to FanDuel. All right, for FanDuel here, point guard plays. Still like Kyle Lowry, had him earlier in the video, or in the morning's video. But it's going to be tough for me not to go with Westbrook at 92. You can go with both if you wanted to. But I'm definitely looking to get up to Westbrook on FanDuel. He's just too cheap at $9,200. Shooting guard, I'll continue to stick with SGA right now. The price tag is really good. If Mitchell plays, you can upgrade to Donovan Mitchell or just stick with SGA. It's going to be a good shot to be a closer game now that LeBron's not there. So that bodes well for SGA having a big game, because any sort of close game, he's pushing closer to 40 minutes or 38 minutes at least. Small forward, I still like Kevin Porter on FanDuel at that price tag. I can play my point guard or small forward, so just really easy to fit him into lineups. He's at a good price tag, especially on small slates where he does give you a huge ceiling. Power forward, can play Davis at 10.5. I want to get to Westbrook and Davis both. And then at center, I can go with Christian Wood, or I can play Christian Wood at power forward and then go with Andre Drummond if he starts. So keep an eye on some of the Sixers news. If there's no Embiid, then you're going to have to make some changes. You're going to be looking to get multiple Sixers into your lineup just because they're super thin right now. But that's it for the video. Hopefully you enjoyed. Thank you for watching. Best of luck. Stay tuned to Twitter. I'll post my final stuff there, close to lock. And see you all next time.